So I was asked a question about how to do a taper cut with a miter gauge. If you don't have angle representation on the gauge, or if you don't have a protractor and you know what the angle is, the way this was described to me is the person wanted to cut from an inch out from the edge to 0 as a taper. And it's actually quite simple. But firstly, you know, in terms of the miter gauge setup, some of them don't have angle scribed on them. These pins are notoriously inaccurate because people bang them around. And often these little tabs, it's either not set up correctly or it's broken off. So under normal circumstances, when you're doing cross-cutting, you usually set it for 90 degrees. And the way to kind of do that is basically just take a square and take your square, you know, whichever handed you are, whatever makes you comfortable, but set it up, square it against the square, hold it tight, and then tighten it. And that's the most reliable way to get a 90-degree cut. We're actually going to do something similar to get the angle cut. So if you can see, there's the cut. And what I'm going to do is actually scribe the cut on the opposite side of the piece. And then I'm gonna loosen my gauge, take it, and just basically get it. It's a little bit tricky. You have to sort of hold it against your body while you're doing this. So I get it lined up, I make sure I'm nice and snug against here, then I come back around and tighten it up. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do, it doesn't matter which side the blade you're on, but now I'm set up for that cut. And it's always, remember to keep your piece clean and dust-free because you're really using your hands and you're clamping it against here with just the friction of your fingers when you're going into the cut. This is not ideal for taper cuts, you know, there are other ways to do it that are a little more accurate, but if you have limited tools, this is a way to do it.